Hey guys, how you doing? I'm back. Sometimes the iPad has to be shut off and sometimes it doesn't, to restart it and things like that. So Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. What a day, what a day, what a day. A lot to talk about. We're going to be like, I don't know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do, but I don't know how we're going to do it. So we'll see what happens. Hello. If you're watching this live, please, hello. Since I'm a YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos. Please leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji or a hey Bill. And we'll get this baby sent around the world. Okay? Little business. Readings are 30 minutes for $85 until the 31st. Hours are $115 till the 31st. So it's 30 minutes, $85, 60 minutes, $115. Okay? And check out the Coach for the Soul memberships too, because you'll be surprised at how awesome it is. I just got done talking to 2 people today, and yeah, end of the month is really kind of busy for me because of that. And so we'll talk about that a little bit too. So it is Labor Day weekend, the Thursday before, and it is 65 degrees and cloudy and rainy outside. You can, the weather in Michigan is on a schedule when it comes to fall. It's usually the 15th of September. It goes from 75 or 80 degrees to like 65 or 60 or even 50. And then it's, back and forth, but never higher than like 65 degrees. But this year it came in August. So yeah, but this weekend is going to be beautiful in Detroit, and it's going to be a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Chimes. It's going to be a really, really nice weekend. Probably the last until, because here we get a lot of clouds. A lot of clouds, yeah. So when you come into the room, please say hello. If you want to donate, you can use the stars on the screen. You can also donate on my homepage at billhobart.com. Thank you again for people who donated last week. I appreciate it. Every $1, every $5, every $20, it makes a big difference for me. I appreciate it. So you can do the stars, I believe, in $5, $10, $15, or $20, I believe. And then also on my homepage at billhobart.com, it is on the homepage right at the bottom, on the side, left-hand side. Yeah. So you can donate there if you'd like to. So a lot of stuff is going on. I'm going to do a little bit of astrology first, like I always do. Uranus and Saturn have been in Aries for a couple weeks, and they're both in retrograde, of course, and they're retrograding back into Pisces. Now, Neptune does not like Pisces because Neptune is gas. It's floaty. It does not have it has a core, but it doesn't have a crust. Okay, Saturn it doesn't like Aries, but it loves Pisces because in retrograde motion, Saturn is a little bit more calm. The boundaries are down. It's easier to get things completed and get things done. So those are the 2 big things. And Mars is in Gemini. Now, when Mars is in Gemini, I believe it's in Gemini. Yeah, I think that's where it's at. I think so. Mars is the warrior planet. So be ready. You're going to speak things sometimes like it's Mercury retrograde, okay? Because it's in Gemini, which is Chatty Cathy, and they're twins, okay? Venus has moved out of Cancer for the time being, and it moved into Virgo, right? So Virgo is a earth sign, and it brings things back to earth. Things being more grounded. Okay, so beautiful Jupiter is still in freaking Cancer. So set those intentions, right? Set them. We have a lunar eclipse next week, partial, I believe. If it's not a black moon, I'm not sure, don't remember. And then there's a partial solar eclipse on the 23rd of September. So September is a massive month. It is a massive month for getting what you want, setting intentions, and all kinds of cool stuff coming to you. Okay? So I'm going to post some things from my YouTube feed. I have already, and So I'm going to do that. And then it kind of goes into today, which has been a day of true fifth dimensional and higher for me. And I think I'm going to play some things. I put quite a few postings on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page that were things that they brought to me, again, on Reels, okay? And they are extremely intelligent. It's wow. I mean, it was interesting this morning. I was going to post some things and I wasn't really feeling it. Chant. And I don't know who's blowing up my phone, but I don't know why I'm on it. And Daisy was looking at me, right? Just looking at me staring. And I was like, what's wrong? That's usually what it is. She already ate. So it wasn't anything, it was the hunger-duced or cookie reduced, because that's what we call them. Just stared there and looked at me. And I went, what? And I got the message from Spirit saying, she needs cuddle time. She needs cuddle time with Dad. Okay, so that's what I was doing. Went to the couch, sat down. She leans against me, right? Gotta lick my hands, right? That just shows that she loves me, that, Daddy's here. And she lay back, she lay right down. Her head and half her body was on my right leg, right? I mean, it's like, okay, I'm kind of pinned down, right? And all of a sudden, I get this energy of just absolute zen, just like, and I'm sitting there, and I think I'm gonna go fall asleep, and started getting messages from Spirit, okay? And one of the messages was, I posted this, speak it and it shall be. Speak it and it shall be. So I'm assuming, because there's nothing else following, I haven't Googled it yet, right? I probably should. Speak it and it shall be. Okay. It's a biblical text, which I have no idea about the Bible at all. It emphasizes the power of words to shape reality, often referencing a biblical concept where God's spoken words come to pass, by extension, the potent effect of human speech. Okay, so that's what I've been taught without that reference, okay? If you speak it, I thought, all in all, that you hear it, which you do. But now, in this instance here, as you speak, it shall be, right? Emphasizes the power of words to shape reality, often referencing blah, 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 okay? Speaking can shape your own reality into existence, Spirit says, okay? I didn't even get that, right? I was like, oh, that's kind of different, because I don't use those types of words that way. And one thing after another. And this was before I was entranced by the things that would come on my Facebook Reels on my iPad, okay? But I was sitting there, that came, many other things came, and what basically happened was I went through, and I know why this is important now. I went through from the time that I started in my jobs, okay, my adult jobs. I went through every single job that I had and how much time I spent in each company, okay, each shoe company basically. And I was at Saks Fifth Avenue too, but not just for 4 years. But they showed me my first job in retail, and it was at the shoe store, right? Part-time. I was in college. And them asking me to go full-time, them asking me, in the 80s, okay, back then. And going through, and then I left in 1995. Okay. So I went full-time in in 1983, something like that, right? And then I went on to the next job. Okay, I went on to the next job. Went on to the next, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then all 10 or 11 years in each job, right? 10 or 11 years in each job. And Spirit said back to me, okay, what length of time have you been in transformation? And I said, well, 11 years. Well, there's a pattern, right? So over 40 years of 10 years here, 11 years there, right? And a little bit in between of just not being unemployed, things like that, right? No big deal. The majority of my lifetime has been broken up into 10 or 11 year blocks. Interesting, right? So I'm like, well, okay, so it's been 10 or 11 years in each one. What's that about? Well, if we would have told you this before, you would have wanted your time in this area that I'm in now to go faster. James. See, this is what I do, right? Whenever they're ready to give me something, they give it to me, right? Out of the blue. And again, today it came through Daisy, where Daddy needs to sit on the couch with the dog, and he needs to just comfort her and make her feel secure, make her feel okay. Sometimes she gets in that spot. Usually she's a brat, but today she wasn't a brat. So it's kind of interesting, right? So had those epiphanies, let's say, right? Again, Spirit always tells us right place, right time. So I'm telling you guys this for a reason. It's not a hurry up and go. It's not. You can take all the classes that you want to. You can do all these different things to occupy your time. But guess what? Soul Journey, they know what it is. You can fill your time with all these other things, Reiki and doing tarot cards and all this other stuff, energy work, things like that, right? But it comes down to you're occupying your time instead of sitting with yourself, okay? Because you have not conquered the need to learn and trust. Don't need to learn. You just need to trust, okay? I've told you guys the story when I first quit my job and I went into Reiki 1, 2, and 3, and it was good. I liked the people. It was fun. It was a Friday night. It was fun, And when we were being activated, Janice was going over everybody and doing her blah 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 things, right? And then we all kind of talked about it. She goes, "So Bill, what did you get?" I said, "Nothing." She's like, "What do you mean nothing?" I said, "No, I feel the same as I did before you turned me on." She says, "Well, what does Spirit say?" Well, he told me in Reiki 1 that, what are we doing this for? We're not going to use it. All we're doing is wasting time and money. She's like, "You're kidding." I'm like, "No." Well, then why did you keep doing it? Because I like everybody, right? Again, it's okay to do that. But if it's not for you, you're not going to use it, right? You're not going to use it. It is something that you're occupying your time because you have a feeling of connection with the tribe, which is perfect if that's what you want to do. But it delayed my transformation, okay? Because I should have been sitting by myself, right? But I didn't know that. I was a buggle with a voice in my head, right? Just this guy that was clairvoyant, and I used it for my work and things like that, all right? So and Spirit has said this before, if you go through and you occupy your time with stuff, ego's in charge. Chimes. You haven't learned yet that you have to just, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to relax. Because could mine have come sooner? I don't know. Soul Journey. I'm thinking no. Because I had to have all those third dimensional experiences to get to this point. The majority of my day is spent in 5D. Most days. All days? No. Fluctuates between up and down. Right? All of us have that journey. Okay? And allowing yourself to have that journey is the point. It is truly the point. Okay? So after I got off the couch and I was and I was at my iPad, I didn't find this person. Spirit brought me this person on Reels. And it blew my freaking mind that I knew every bit of information that was in the videos. No, I wasn't ever taught it. But everything that they said, I got. So I'm going to play this it's not a meditation. I'm going to play this video, okay? I'm going to put it up to the iPad and just listen to this if you would. And then I want people to comment on if they felt it or not, okay? It's kind of an interaction today too, okay?
Of higher dimensions, which naturally elevates the deeper realities of existence. Your role as a star seed in the global transformation we're witnessing is not only significant, but essential. As more people around the world begin to awaken to their true nature and the deeper realities of existence, star seeds like you are here to guide, support, and uplift humanity through this profound shift. The transformation we're talking about isn't just about personal growth. It's about the collective evolution of consciousness on a global scale. You carry within you the energy and wisdom of higher dimensions, which naturally elevates the vibration of those around you. Simply by being who you are, you help raise the collective consciousness, making it easier for others to awaken and align with the energies of love, unity, and compassion. This isn't about preaching or forcing change on others. Instead, it's about embodying the qualities of the new earth, peace, understanding, and connection, and letting your presence inspire those around you. One of the most powerful ways you contribute to this global transformation is by anchoring light into the earth. Think of yourself as a bridge between the higher realms and our physical world. Through your spiritual practices, meditation, and the way you live your life, you bring higher vibrational energies down into the planet's energy grid. This helps to stabilize and enhance the overall frequency of the earth, which in turn supports the collective awakening process. Moreover, as a star seed, you are part of a global network of light workers and awakened beings. Even if you sometimes feel isolated in your spiritual journey, know that there are countless others like you spread across the planet, all working towards the same goal. This network of light is incredibly powerful. When star seeds around the world meditate, pray, or simply hold an intention for peace and healing, it creates a ripple effect that can influence the collective energy field of humanity. You also have the ability to inspire others to step into their own power and truth. By living authentically and in alignment with your higher self, you show others that it's possible to live in harmony with the universe. You become a living example of what it means to be awakened, which can be incredibly inspiring to those who are just beginning their own spiritual journeys. In this time of great change, every action you take in the spirit of love and service contributes to the greater good. Whether you're engaging in conscious conversations, participating in global meditations, or simply holding space for others to heal, you're helping to co-create a new reality. This is the global transformation we're all a part of, a shift towards a world where love, unity, and compassion are the guiding principles, and you, as a star seed, are at the forefront of this movement. Your role.
Okay. How many people did that resonate with that are watching it now? Watching it later today when it's on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel page. Okay? That right there is everything in one video of exactly who you are, but also what Spirit has been telling us, right? Is that you're going to be the teacher for the people that are coming up, that are all on this awakening journey of what the heck's going on? I don't understand what these dreams are about. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And you will be the one that happens to be coming through their life. I probably have, that I just watched and I posted, probably 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10. okay, I would invite you to go to my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page and watch those videos. Just listen to them. But if anybody on the program now was affected by it, let me know. Let me know. Because it really, my vibration when I heard that one there, just absolutely, hey Kathleen, I absolutely, my vibration raised, and it was up in 5 and 6 dimension, my gosh, until I took a shower at 2 o'clock, right? And I was still in the shower there too. But it's interesting how when I get done, and everything else, and then I start the program, I'm much more grounded than I am before the program. And I understand why. Because I know, Spirit, if we talked about the things that are in my head that I can channel, some people might understand it, but many will not. Okay? So I have to bring myself down to a lower vibration to connect to people, right? I know soon when I won't have to, because you all will be there too. Okay? So right place, right time. If you allow yourself to live authentically, if you live your life to be open, if you live your life in love, in peace, in calming your mind, just being, I'm telling you what, your ascension will be much, much more comfortable for you. It is when you can stop the chat in your head, okay? There's ways of doing that. There's ways to combat that. There is meditation. There is vocal. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Or whatever you want. Again, you have to kind of parent yourself. You got to parent ego because you are the one that it lives with and you're the boss. They gave me that years ago, trying to quiet my mind so that I could actually channel, so that I could actually do a meditation. I could actually go into ascension, which all of us are in. None of you, if you're watching this program live or you're watching this on my YouTube channel or you're watching it this afternoon or tonight on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page, none of you are muggles. You're half-bloods. You're on your spiritual journey. You are on your way into ascension, into 5D. Now, there's another one that video that talked about going from 3D to 5. It's kind of complicated. So I'm just going to paraphrase, okay? Third dimension is where we've been for over 12,000 years. And it is our comfort zone in this human body, okay? As we ascend, and we ascend into fifth dimension, and you'll know it when you're there, truly will, okay? It is not a physical thing. It's a spiritual energy and a vibration that allows you to see, that allows you to hear, that allows you to understand. Because as Spirit has said before, it's already been downloaded into our DNA. It's already been downloaded into our brains, into our blood, okay? As our ancient DNA gets activated, as is going on now with the ascension, okay? All of the things that you don't think you know, and you are blessed with videos like that on Reels, or however they come to you, right? I don't know. Well, I understand now. Again, it's already been activated for use today. For me, for you, okay? Understanding that what it takes from us is surrender. It takes surrender, right? Because our third dimensional energy is so heavy and so dense as 3D is, right? And the world's, again, the country's falling apart, and there is no one who is, I shouldn't say that. There's a few people who are making noise, but not many. There's a reason for that. It has to crash, okay? And I have said this before. Thank you, Spirit. He wants me to do this again. Is it's going to be a place we've never seen before as we rise into 5D, See, not only have we shed who we have been this lifetime and past lives, the country is also. The first time in the history of the country, we're going through ascension, okay, as things fall apart. Now, years ago, Spirit talked about this in a Coaching for the Soul, in the program, right? About how the United States was going to lead the world into 5D. Well, guess what? We're destructing 3D pretty good right now, okay? And why is the United States doing that? Because we're the youngest country on the planet with an economy that is as big as it is, it's shrinking, and a military that is as big as it is, that's going to go away too, that's going to shrink too. As we take our place, not being the leader of the free world. That's going to be a lot different than what we have gone through in my lifetime, in my parents' lifetime, right? All the things that I've read about ever since World War II, right? When we got into being the global power, all right? And a huge economy, right? Driven by consumers, which was never the case until 1975. There was a thing called layaway back in the day. Yeah. Then everybody could get a charge card, because in 1974, women could actually have charge cards for the first time in their existence. 1974, women could not have their own credit card, could not have their own credit. Only men. Interesting, right? 1974. They got the right to vote in 1919. See? So if you look back at all of our third dimensional achievements, let's say, that's why we're here now. And the country, because it is filled with people whose minds can shift, whose minds can change. We are the first country with lots of us. They're all over the world. But in our country, we are going through this transformation as a nation, but also as human beings, right? We've all chosen the journey. We've all chosen it, right? Because of who we're going to be in this journey as we let things go, as we understand that this no longer serves us. It does not. As we're being challenged to ascend, or being challenged to live a certain lifestyle, live a certain way. And it's going to happen with all of us. You can't fight it. You cannot delay it. And it isn't punishment, but they can make it very hard for you if you don't talk to them, if you don't, again, speak it and it shall be, right? If you're not talking to them, if you're not doing guided meditations, and all of those things that allow you to feel better. I mean, you can complain, you can bitch, you can do whatever you want to do with Spirit. They've been with you over every single lifetime. They've never left you. They've never been human. They've always been yours. They work for you. They're the booker, you're the talent. And as you go through your ascension, you'll understand that. Okay, Spirit, what the hell's going on with my ears? Oh my gosh. Man, my vibration is so high. My ears are ringing like crazy. And my left ear, like this just intense ringing just started. Right? Times. You're seeing transformation in the flesh. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Builds the example. Okay? I also found out why I didn't have a teacher when in my journey. Like, people would not help me with what I needed help with, what I thought I needed help with. And it was simply because not only did I not choose that, they chose that. Why? Because I'm the leader of many. The leader of many. I get that. Now, I've always been a leader of many in my jobs, in my stores, right? So it makes sense that it transfers into what I'm doing now and who you're becoming, who I'm becoming. So you will be that person that people go to for answers. You'll be the person that people go to because they're scared, they're confused, and they will come into your life for a reason. As friends, as family, as all kinds of things. You will intersect with them. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. You don't have to know who they are. You don't have to know when it's going to happen. Don't know any of that. That is 3D. That is total 3D. You have to float. You got to get to the point in your third dimensional life where you just float up into fifth dimension, which is not physical. It is spiritual. So you'll be the same person, but with a different energy, totally different energy than what you had last week, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. The more positively you think about the future, the easier it is for you. Is that easy to do? No, not at all. It will be probably one of the hardest things you've ever done in your life, because remember, you're clearing 12,000 years or more of lifetimes in this lifetime. So energy, 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 energy. All right? And you are the one who has to allow it to leave your body. Ego does not allow that. That's why you have to do your guided meditation or some other type of suspension for them to pull those off your body and take that energy away. Or if you're blessed enough to be able to just release it, which I am not, I needed that. I still need that guided meditation for now. Okay. And understanding that in the future, I will not. But as you get into that space, as they bring you things, I'm telling you, as they bring you things and you recognize them, and people say, well, Bill, how will I? Trust me, you will recognize them. You will recognize them. They are masters of delivery. They're masters at getting you to listen and watch what is for you. Okay? Times. And it is remarkable when it happens to you. I know some of the people in the memberships are starting to really understand that. They're like, Bill, my YouTube feed brings me some pretty freaking cool stuff. I know. Reels brings me, I know, right? Because their energy, they can manipulate anything at all. And I've told this story before. I'm going to tell it again, I guess, because Spirit wants me to. When Spirit totaled my car, my brand new car, in 2018, I had it for a year. And it was a beautiful car. And they told me, don't do anything to the car, blah, 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 because you're not going to have it for that long. I'm like, it's a brand new car. Where's it going? And I didn't get an answer. Okay. This is 3 weeks before. So I got it all the time whenever I was going to do something to it, right? Like detail it or whatever, right? And no, you're not going to have it for that long. Not going to have it for that long. Not going to have it for that long. Okay, fine. 3 weeks later, coming home from the gym, just filled the gas tank up, right? Of course. And some kid hit me. I was at a stoplight. We had a green arrow. I told the story before. It was 2018. Green arrow. There's 3 cars ahead of me, 2 cars behind me, and he hit me. Totaled my car. I was basically still, maybe just 5 miles an hour, going towards the green arrow, right? He came through the red light and just smashed it. He hit me so hard, the driver's side wheel came off the axle and rolled across the street. He said, the cop said probably 60, 65 miles an hour he hit me at on a mile road in Detroit. Now we all know 8 Mile, right? Well, it was on 18 Mile Road. So it was 10 miles north of 8 Mile Road. M&M, right? Yeah. Okay. It's like, warn me. Okay, don't do a whole lot to it. Blah, 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 blah. But then it came to, I need a brand new car. I don't have a job. I don't have a W-2. I have nothing to get a car, so you're going to have to take care of it since you wrecked my car. All right. So get the message, get the car that you want. Okay. Call my car guy. And I'm like, okay, this is what I want. I want a white Impala. I had a black Impala. I want a white Impala, blah, 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 blah. White leather interior, the whole thing. Okay, fine. He found me the car. Okay. And he calls me on the phone and he said, you have really good credit. I'm like, I know, right? I played along with it. He goes, man, we don't even have to do an employment check. I got you financing and it's great. You must really pay your bills. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, really, I do. I swear to God, I do. Yeah, it's great. My credit score was 855. I ain't never had an 855 when they pulled it. Okay? I had a 555 at that time, right? Still okay, right? But not like 855. See? So I went with it. Okay? Asked a friend at the time, you know, it's really expensive. I mean, I don't really know if I did the right thing, blah, 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 blah. Asking for help instead of trusting. And she was not a lot of help to me. So went up, got the car, sat in it for the first time, and Spirit says, perfect car for Maui, huh? Perfect car for Maui? Says, yeah, we couldn't let you have the black car in Maui, so we got rid of that one, and we got you this one. Because you can have a white car in Maui, it won't be so hot. Okay? I didn't really know we were going that quick to Maui. I kind of did. I thought that year, 2018. No. I also, when the insurance company gave me my money for the car, they gave me $3,000 more than what she said they were going to do. Yeah, but you know, blah, blah, this is the amount of the car, blah, 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 blah. It was not a lot of, it was like, yeah. You know how a car depreciates 50%. Well, it did. Okay? So understanding that, okay, it's going to be 16,000 is what it comes in at. We're going to give you $19,399. Okay. I don't know why you give me $3,000 more, but I'll take it. Damn. Got the car, primo, right? Didn't move to Maui yet, as they told me in January 2018, because I wasn't ready yet. My bodies were not together. We have slivers of, like, our emotional body, our etheric body, things like that, right? Mine were separate, and I did not know that. I didn't have any idea what it was. That's the same year that the aliens came through the tree. 3 different times, okay? So all these things are going on, and I'm kind of oblivious. Like, I don't get it. But I got a brand new car. You know, I was doing my business, was up and running, right? This was fine. This, that, and the other thing. I was with Lee, which was fine, right? And they manipulated the numbers. Because my mother and father and my spirit guides, my guardian angels, my spirit team, right? Said, okay, probably my mother did this because she was that woman. Okay, so Bill, you got rid of Bill's car. Okay, now we got to get him a car. We got to change something. We got to make this happen for him. And it happened. People were like, are you kidding? I said, no, I shouldn't be able to buy this car at that low of a sticker price in great car loan, things like that. It should have been way higher. But they made sure that it wasn't way higher because they're able to do that. That's the power of your spirit guides. Your ancestors, right? I've been seeing my granny from France in my mind more than I've ever since she died in 1980. Don't know why. I have no idea. No information, no anything. But I'm open to it. Because I don't know if her soul came from Hawaii, if she's Lemurian, I don't know. See, she hasn't told me yet. But I know that Maui's coming very fast, right? The way it is. I'm loving it. But it's also really, really scary. Leaving everything that I've ever known, doctors, dentists, friends, picking up the dog and leaving, taking some t-shirts, some tank tops, some shorts, and some sneakers. That's a transformation. See? The blessing is I know that I'm ready for that I'm ready for that next step, and you will too. The blessing is as you go through your transformation and you go through your stuff, I did it squarely in third dimension. It was not easy. But Capricorn never does anything easy. It always has to be hard to prove that we can do it. I don't know what that concept is, but I don't get it. But it's always been the case in my lifetime, this lifetime. You guys get to do it in 4, maybe 5, back and forth, maybe a little bit of 3. But it's much easier to get yourself out of 3D into 4 or 5. Guided meditation, talking out loud, going to the water. Michigan, we're surrounded by water, right? Going outside, Just going outside, walking, right? Talking to spirit, breathing in the air, and just relaxing yourself. Helping yourself relax. Talking to spirit, talk. Complain, bitch. They don't care. Just get that energy out of your body so that you can go through ascension and understand that I feel really good up here. How do I stay up here? And the awesome thing is that your ego buys into that. It buys into meditation because it feels better and it believes that it can control you even more. Can't. Because when you're doing a meditation, your ego's suspended eventually, right? Just kind of sits there, okay? When you are in fourth and fifth dimension and you're feeling really awesome and the air is blowing, it could be wintertime. Again, cold air, the snow, the sleet, the rain, whatever, wherever you live, right? It's about getting outside, getting out of your space, getting out of the place that has your energy in it, and being out there so that the outside energy can infiltrate you. That's what it's about. Clearing you out as the wind blows, as you just are still. Like you're sitting on a park bench in the park where there's some water. You're just kind of there, not really thinking about anything. Those are blessings. Those are true blessings. And I will tell you this again. If you're a female, you lead the family. Whoever, you could have no children, but you're going to lead your partner, male or female. Okay? If you have kids, you're the lead of the family. And why is that? Because after 2,000 years in masculine energy, as of 2000, we started feminine energy for the next 2,000 years. Linear time. Gosh knows how much that is in 5D. We don't know. We'll all experience it. But that's what's cool, right? Is that as we go through our transformation, as we understand by just allowing, and we let ourselves just allow, people follow us. Your kids are like, oh, what the hell? Because they're already starseeds. Again, there's another video that I put on my Facebook page about just that. How children come into this world as starseeds. And the awesome thing is with that too is validation for what they've told us. That's the truth. After 2000, blah, 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 blah. After 2012, blah, 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 blah. And Spirit has told us that 10, 20 times in the past 7 years. That this is how children are. More and more of them are starseeds. They're okay with the crumbling of the world. They don't know what they're going to be in their lifetime because what our perception of 3D is not their perception. They're wired differently, 100%. So as you go through this transformation, this rebranding, whatever you want to call it, it's all about you allowing yourself not to be too wound up in, well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if? Because all you're doing is occupying that space in your head that does not serve you. It's fear. It's fear. It's fear. It's fear. Okay? So, what else, Spirit? Anything else? I think he's done. One more thing. There's one more thing he wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can find it again. Because I was channeling when he said something. You know how they kind of talk at the same time I'm channeling, which is kind of weird. But they don't get it, that I'm not them. I don't know what it is. Okay, got it. Okay. It's kind of in the same thing that we said before about you don't need a teacher. Okay? You can have some guidance. You can be in kind of a group like the memberships, right? Or something else similar that has somebody who is there to answer questions, there to engulf you with their energy because they're in a higher dimension, whatever. Okay? But you don't need to search out things that you think you might want to do because it feels good. That's ego. People that don't have a teacher, many, many times, their journey is longer because they're not truly engaged in who they're supposed to be this lifetime. And that's okay. That's okay. Because they will always bring somebody who intersects you to take you with them. Okay? So don't ever worry about that. That you don't, that I don't have, that I need, that I don't have, that I don't need. Now, don't do that. Because that is ego putting restrictions on who you can be. And that's not true. That's a lie. So as we go into this next 5 months, okay, don't pay attention to the circus. It's going to get bad. It's going to get very bad. Okay? If you're looking at social media, I just hit the X button and I don't want to look at it. I don't look at it. I don't look at it. I don't want to look at it. Because it engages me in third dimensional anger, which is not good for me, and is not good for my health or my body, and not good for my ascension. Okay, that's my choice. I don't watch the news, the news, the national news, anything like that. Okay, and I'm a news nut. I mean, I can absorb all of that, but I choose not to because it's not real. It's not true. Okay, it is not true. Okay, and that's my choice. I hope that you make the same choice. Okay, because it really does, what you watch and what you hear affects your ascension. Okay, and if you are a music buff and things like that, again, put on music. If you are just doing, if you're looking at Facebook or you're looking at Instagram or TikTok or whatever, right? If you need something in the background, whatever. But the best way to do it is being silent. I love silence. I never liked silence before until probably the last 2 years. Yeah, see? You'll get into it. You'll get into it. You really will. Okay? So, like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, readings promo ends on the 31st. 30 minutes is $85. 60 minutes is $115. Okay? Memberships, come and join us. It's a blast. It's a blast. Everyone that is in the memberships is, of course, is embodied in my energy. Ask as many questions as you want by text or email, whatever works, right? You get a monthly call. You can split it up if you want to, right? From 15 minutes to an hour and a half. Some people do a half an hour 3 times a month. Some people do an hour in the middle of the month. Then they do a checkout at the end of the month with a half an hour, right? Or if they bought an hour package, right? Then they do half and half. Okay, so it is truly there for you guys to help in your journey. All right, billhobart.com for everything. If you want to know anything, billhobart.com. If you have questions, again, you know how to get in touch with me. You can text me. You can Facebook message me. You don't have to be in the memberships at all. That's not what it's about. It's about me helping you guys get through the bump in the road, because there's bumps in the road, and it can throw you off kilter and throw you off balance. And like I said before, I didn't have a teacher. I just didn't know it was my choice when I signed my contract. Okay? So, yeah, if you need me, I'm around. Have a great holiday weekend. If you're in Metro Detroit, it is going to be sunny and warm all 3 days with very little clouds. It's probably going to be the best Labor Day we've had in years. And I think it's my last in Detroit, so that might work too. That may be why it's happening for me. I don't know, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful big time. So you know what? Get in touch with me, billhobart.com, if you got any questions. Again, if you want to know about anything else, you can email me there too. Okay? So I'll see you guys next Thursday, 3 o'clock. Coaching for the Soul. See you.